going on, my friends? This is the Bronco Knight back at you with another video review. Today we are looking at Transformers Rise of the Beast Studio Series Voyager Class Battle Trap. And he is one of the most interesting characters that I'm actually looking forward to seeing in the live action movie when Rise of the Beast comes out on June 9th. Now, we have a nice packaging right here that shows his official product and the toy itself. And he is number 99 in the Studio Series. Come around here to the side and you have a nice pullback image of Battle Trap, looking very menacing. I love it. Come around here, you have your official obligatory product shot, which includes his vehicle and robot. Converts in 30 steps. So I'm looking forward to seeing how interesting the transformation is. Now we also have the backdrop that's also included with Battle Trap. Now, if I'm correct, this takes place at a museum, I believe in Peru. I could be wrong, but there's a scene there where Prime and B go with Elena and Noah to find the transwarp key. Now, I'm not 100% sure how does it all tie to one another, but we will see that as the movie. We will see that in the movie, I should say, when it comes out. Excuse me. And then we also have the little bio right here that says, Battle Trap fires a barrage of blasts at Noah and Elena to secure the transwarp key. Now, I was looking at that a couple times. I'm thinking, what does that entail? Well, one or two possibilities that I can possibly think of. One of them is where the Autobots have to work with Elena and Noah to find the transwarp key before the Terracons do. Because according to what Primal says, is that there's a darkness coming and that the Autobots have never faced anything like this before. So only time will tell on what we will see. So, like I said, I'm really looking forward to it. So, if you watched my Scourge video, that was a real interesting thing, though I could not believe it. Come around here, you have the nice pulled up close an image of Battle Trap. So, there you have for packaging. So, let's get him out here. See how cool he really is. Alrighty, so we are back with Studio Series Battle Trap. Now, Battle Trap is a unique kind of character, and yeah, there's not much for me to really say about Battle Trap. We don't relatively get like a very good backstory with him, so there's not much I can give an opinion about. But other than the fact that he's got a really super cool robot mode. Now you got some nice molded in detail right here, especially like the fake chest plate, which looks really cool. You got a nice head right here. Excuse me. Which, now, if you look very carefully, it kind of almost reminds you of the Transformers Prime Soundwave. Now, if you're not familiar with Transformers Prime, it came out, I believe, in the early 2010s, I believe. But he was actually pretty cool, like the way the visors are. So I guess we will see. Now, I do want to point out, though, that this is actually part of the that this was not part from... He did not get this with the set. I actually got this off of eBay from an upgrade kit, which I will post a link down in the description for you to check it out. So, and I'll be showing more of those here in the today's video. So, but this thing right here did come with this. And there's this little mace ball right here, wrecking ball, which looks very cool. You got some nice molded indented details. There's the back. So there's not really much kibble on the back other than this thing right here, but you know, where are they supposed to put it? So let's pull this off, and I will show those here in a little bit. So articulation wise, his get that out of the way, his whole arm can go full 360. You got some nice elbow. You got some tiltage up here near the shoulder, and that goes for the both sides as well. Can go up that way, go back there. The legs can go about that far before stuff gets in the way. The foot can go out that far, so he can actually, so it looks like he's giving you the kick. And then same for that side. And you got a little bit of ankle tiltage due to transformation. Oh yeah, and also too, this thing up here tends to be a pain in the butt because it doesn't really tab in. But you know, other than that, it's not really too bad. Now we're gonna unplug this if I can figure out how to do it. There we go. And then it can be a pain, so what you gotta do is you gotta wiggle it out like so. And then I will free his arm up to where he can actually host the weapons, but we'll get to that here in a second. Now here is the backdrop that is with Battle Trap. It's the exact same one as the Scourge video that I did here on the channel, and if you haven't checked that video out already, check that out. I apologize with it being for so long, but there was so much information about him that it had to make it like really good. And in my opinion, that was like one of the craziest ones I've ever talked about. But it's something that I'm looking forward to. Just like with Battle Trap. It's, like I said before, it's the exact same place that we've seen, but I want to say this is probably in Brooklyn. Either in Brooklyn or somewhere else. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on it. The intro, I thought like it looked like it was from Peru, but it does not look like it's from Peru. It's going to be before we are introduced to the Maximals, which here on the channel, I'm actually going to be bringing you 3 of them. I'm going to be bringing Primal, Air Razor, and Cheetor. So be on the lookout for those. And if you like my videos and my content, like and subscribe down below. And it helps me out a lot to know that you guys actually really enjoy my videos. And as a side note, I want to say thank you for showing your support and subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me. So we're going to pull this off right here. Yeah. Now, before we get into the juicy stuff, MGO316, big shout out to you, my brother. So he actually pointed this out, like right back here. If you don't want him holding this little guy, there's this little groove right there that you can actually plug it in, like so. If I can. So it kind of gives that illustration that there's like multiple wrecking balls that he's just waiting to use. So in my opinion, that looks pretty cool. So we're actually going to leave it like so. No, actually, let me bring it closer. So the upgrade kit that I got, as I was mentioning, comes with one sword and one gun. Now, for me, I actually got two of them. So he can actually do double wielding blasters, which are very snug, but they do work. Let me see if I can actually get it like right there. There we go. Sorry, I had to do it a little off camera. And you're going to do the exact same thing over here. It's kind of a pain, but... So there's that right there. So he can... It looks like he's about ready to take somebody out. Like I said before, Terracons, from what I'm understanding, they are supposed to be very ruthless. Especially with Battle Trap and Scourge. Now, in the second trailer that we recently got, it shows Battle Trap actually throwing a hook on the back of Nightbird to cause him to turn around so he can fire the missiles that are coming out of that little part. Let me actually show you. Right there, this little guy. It shows that when he turns around that there's missiles that pop out right there. So, I thought that was pretty cool. But if you also want him to hold the sword, you can do so. Just like that. So, there you go. Alrighty, so now for some comparisons. We have one of my personal favorites that I will be reviewing on the channel here very soon is none other than Optimus Primal. Now, in the first teaser trailer that we got back in December, these two guys, they duke it out at the very end when they collide. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that when it occurs. So, possible spoiler, but that's when we get that big battle sequence. Here we have Voyager, Optimus Prime, Rise of the Beast, I should say. My bad. And a few more. Here we have Bumblebee, Voyager, Soundwave. Bumblebee movie, Voyager, Optimus Prime. So, there you go. Oh, hold on. One other one. Deluxe Bumblebee from Rise of the Beast. So, there you go. Alrighty, so the only thing that's left to do is transformation on this guy. Now, transformation from robot to vehicle, it is a bit of a pain in the neck just because it gets kind of fiddly, and there's also a lot of panels that you have to line up. Excuse me. But it is not too nuts like some of my other ones I've done on the show already, or the channel. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull this off if you haven't done so, and you're just going to fold it up, and then we're just going to set that off to the side. So, let's see, where do we begin? I guess we'll start right here at the feet. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come down here, and you're going to tab those in. There's these little guys right here that you're going to swing around to the side like so. You're going to pull these down, and then you're going to pull it out like so on both sides. And then we're just going to leave those for right now. What you want to do next is you want to push these down. And then you're going to pull these out like so for right now. Or should I say, you're going to move this out of the way. Or should I say, you're going to bring these forward like so for right now. And you want to be very careful with these. Now, this ball joint right here is a little bit loose, so I might try to... There we go. You want to loosen that up on both sides, but don't do anything just yet. You're going to come around here to the back. You're going to detach this. Then you're going to pull these up, which, like I said before, is a bit of a pain, but, you know, it is doable. You're going to do the exact same thing for over here. Okay. You being a pain, that's fine. Normally it's not, normally I've had no problems with him, but for some odd reason, he wants to be a knucklehead. Alright, so once we get that, I'm going to bring these down, and there's some tabs that I'm not sure if you can see, but you're going to line up, and then you're going to do like so. So, you're going to pull this assembly around, and you're going to pull this out, and you're going to leave it right there for right now. You're going to pull the head down, pull it down all the way, and then you're going to tilt it back like so. And then what's going to happen is that these are going to actually swing up like so. And then you're just going to push them up there, and that will lock it in. I don't know if it will necessarily lock it in. And then you're going to bring these to the side. There we go. That will actually lock in. And then the best way that I've learned how to do it is, like, since these are on double hinges, you can actually pull this one up and then go like that. There we go. And then straighten out the arms like so. So that way it makes it a little bit easier. So you pretty much want it to look like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to want to rotate this. Whoops. Sometimes these are not the very best, so they tend to... There we go. So we'll just bring those back around. And what you want to do is you want to pull this whole assembly around like so, and it'll tab right like so. And then we'll just line this back up. There we go. And then we're going to pull the whole assembly around again. Second verse, same as the first. And then it's going to connect right to over here. Make sure everything is squeezed together. You're going to pull this down. You're going to pull this down. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get these together. Now, when you are, just to let you know, these, they don't, like, they tab in really well, But what you want to do is you want to make sure that these are squared away, which can be a pain in the neck, like as I was saying earlier. But once you get them, it should be pretty easy. Now, normally I would wait to put this on the very end. However, what I'm doing is I'm going to put this on here now, so that way we don't have to worry. This will actually hold this in place. Put it on, you squeeze it. There we go. See, like right there, it actually holds more efficiently. So then you just push that down, and that's actually more square. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure everything is lined up. He's like, "Hi, how you doing?" And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to pull this whole assembly down, and then lock it up into position right down there. Yeah, sometimes these things don't like to stay on. But when you have him, here we have Voyager class battle trap in his vehicle mode. Alrighty, so here we have him in his vehicle mode, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty darn cool in my opinion. As you can see, he is a tow truck. Yeah. Got this little thing right here. It says Bernie's Towing and Auto Body. Now, this is an official, it's a GMC truck, and it was an official license for the movie, so it looks, in my opinion, this looks like a cool truck. Now, the way that this is designed, it almost feels like it's not completely transformed. However, on the box, it shows that this little thing right here is what's supposed to be. So you got some nice molded in detail. And when you look at it from this side, it does not look like there's like any panel lines. When you look over here, it shows that there is, but that's just the way the transformation is. But got a nice little flame detail right down here. If you can, oh, there we go. That's perfect. Got a nice got the wrecking ball back here. Yeah, quite a bit of robot kibble, but other than that, he is not a very bad figure. Now, if you get everything just right, he will actually roll, but it's so close to the ground because of all these. But I do recommend this figure a lot just because he is part of the Terracon set. That if you want to complete the trio, or I should say, like the main robots in the movie, then by all means go right ahead. But if you are kind of iffy about that, I was kind of iffy about it myself, but I was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and grab them, even if they're not that good. I can actually make them look good in some dynamic battle poses. But I think that these Terracons are going to play a major role in the movie. Alright, so the only thing that's left to do is some comparisons, and let's get right to it. So, here we have Deluxe Class Hot Rod from the last night. Here we have Sideways from Revenge of Fallen. And last but not least, here is his counterpart and leader, Scourge. So, as we get closer to Rise of the Beast, I will be doing a live broadcast feed from outside the theater. I don't believe I'm allowed to film inside. No, wait. I know we're not allowed to film inside. So I'm going to be filming outside. I'm going to be giving what I think is going to happen in the movie. So, I know a lot of you guys out there are really looking forward to this movie, and quite frankly, I am too. I did not grow up watching G1 till like a few years later when I got older. I started watching more of the old school Transformers like the 86 movie as well as the Generations myself. When I was giving my opinion about my Optimus Prime figure a while back, now, and before we continue, I just want to say thank you so much for those views, you guys. I'm actually blown away by how many of you guys like that guy. There is rumblings, however, that there's going to be a buzzworthy Bumblebee version of Optimus Prime of that figure that should be coming out within the next month or two. And stay tuned for that because I will be reviewing that when he gets in the stores or if I end up finding him. So, but beyond that, my friends, that is about it for today's video. So I want to say thank you for tuning in. This is the Bronco Knight saying, till all are one.